Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I hope you had a good holiday weekend. Today we're going to work on Chapter 5 of White Silk Lover. Thursday, April 1st, 12:30 p.m. Tomas. People would have paid tens of thousands of dollars for my private number. Only 5 people in the world have it. Now 6. My agent, my mom's, an old ex, my brother, and now Coby. There's no way he realized what he has, or what I've risked giving it to him. Albert drove the car down some highway, Joey in the passenger seat, as we cruised to our hotel. Vegas made me sad, because home was only an hour north. That brought back a lot of memories, not all of them good. If the city only realized that Sterling Lock was one of their own. The press relief said I grew up in London. I stared out the window as we drove down the strip and to our hotel. I had had so much fun tonight. With a little training, Coby would have one powerful voice, and I haven't seen many people work a piano like he can, not even me. One date, and I'm desperate enough to hope I found someone I can talk to. I was wrong, Joey said, sitting quietly and staring out her window. Nothing bad happened, and you and Coby hit it off. Coby and his friends seem like nice kids. I'm happy for you. Thanks, I said. However, just because you got lucky and nobody recognized you doesn't mean I'm going to let it happen again, Joey said. Yes, Mom, I said. That made Albert chuckle. Joey snickered. If I was your mom, I'd tie you down and make you eat broccoli. If you had it the way Perrine can fix it, I said, it wouldn't be a torture at all. She can cook? What about your other mom? Albert asked. All she has to do is open the fridge and she'd spoil anything. Akiko can't cook to save her life, I said. Any chance they could get back together? Joey asked. No, I said. I guess the mood was getting a little too serious, because Albert said, Joey and Akiko would get along fine. Neither one of them can cook. Yes, I can, Joey said. I made you dinner last weekend. Reheated Chinese from a microwave does not mean cooking, Albert said. Tomas, Joey said, would you mind if we pulled over so I can show Albert who is boss around here? I had to laugh. Joey wasn't paying attention earlier. She didn't know that Coby had my number. Coby's friends might not have realized it as well. One date without the specter of Sterling hanging over us. One fun, normal date with normal people, and nobody screaming. We drove in silence. Only when we arrived at the hotel did I notice that Joey had fallen asleep. It's only later, when I lay in the king-sized bed in the suite I've taken, that I realized that the song Coby and I had been working on, we left on the table back at the club. It's okay, I remember the changes. Too excited to sleep, I got up and found some paper. As I rewrote the revised song, I remembered the touch of Coby's hand as we shared the pencil, scribbling ideas, adjusting the melody, and using our phones to find words that fit in certain spaces. Am I so desperate that I'm grasping at impossible chances? Yes. As I finished the song, I saw myself in the window, always alone, never allowed to be myself. Maybe that's why tonight was so good. I could be Tomas for once. I went back to bed humming White Silk Lover. Thursday was like any other day. Rehearsal with me in the wig, dark glasses, and a hoodie, my daytime disguise. At a meeting, we go over details, songs, our next venue. Basic stuff. But I don't pay attention. Most of this is done without me having any input. I'm just the money-making figurehead. Then it's my time with the vocal coach as we go over the new songs and then work out with the trainer. Lunch is in there somewhere, and afternoon rehearsal, and 2 hours of makeup time. Then a meet and greet with the press. An interview, I think with the local TV station. Don't forget, there's a concert as well. Oh God, I think there's a costume fitting somewhere in there too. Maybe some of that can change. I found my agent, Jerry, and my manager, Les, in the hallway. Jerry, did you get the tickets arranged for Coby and his friends? Front row, as requested. Thank you, I said, turning to Les. I want to make a few changes to the program. It's a little late for that, Les said. Maybe, but this is what I want to do. I presented my ideas. My agent looked at me like I'm crazy. That's a lot to expect on such short notice. Don't you think you're going overboard? Joey said, walking up behind us. It was just one date. You had a date? Les said. Folding her arms, Joey said, with the fanboy we rescued the other night. Why wasn't I told? Jerry said again. These things have to be carefully staged. Fanboy? Boy? Think of your image. What if you were recognized? It's too dangerous. What I do off hours is none of your business. I think my annoyance came through because everyone quieted down. I brought Joy and Albert. Everything was fine. Les said, I agree. It's too dangerous. We've built your reputation very carefully, and one careless date could have ruined it. Sterling is straight. You need to act that way. They all know I'm gay, but once again, I'm being shoved into the mold. Somehow, I need to change that, but I don't know how. You're not going to make the changes then? It's too late, Jerry said. Everybody has already rehearsed, Les said. Everything is ready. Let's get back to next week's schedule. I decided it's not too late. You are missing out on the biggest PR opportunity that we've ever seen. You have a kid who has used my music to lose 120 pounds and changed his life. He'll be at the show tonight, and you don't want to take advantage of the opportunity? You might be right, Jerry said, but it's too late in the game. The concert is in just a few hours. We'll do an internet release instead. It will reach more people. Some days I was so tired of people telling me what to do. Today I wasn't tired. I was angry. Sterling would get involved in this, and nobody stopped Sterling. The advantage of having two identities. Thursday, April 1st, 10 a.m. Coby. Pop quiz time. Dr. Garnier, my music composition professor, had a surprise essay quiz, and only those who were in class got to take it. Lucky us. Those who weren't there will have to make other arrangements. Work was work, nothing unusual. It was a cardio and arm day at the gym. Lots of variations of curls, wrist curls, tricep exercises, and side lifts. Then 30 minutes on the treadmill. After showering, I dressed in the regular clothes that I packed. Kelly picked me up, and off we went to meet Conrad and the others at the arena. It's amazing how many people like Sterling Lock when you have free tickets. Joey stood at the front doors waiting for us. She had 6 neck tags that said VIP guest and handed one to each of us. Tomas said to tell you that he'll meet you after the show, she said, and took us to our seats on the front row. None of us have ever been so close. Front row tickets are too expensive and too exclusive. Something weird about this, because those seats were cordoned off and had its own private security guard. They were the only VIP seats in the entire arena. Sterling's band was warming up. Crowds of people, mostly girls, were filtering in. Sterling came out to talk to the band a moment, and several girls somewhere screamed. I bet he must wear earplugs. Someone helped him with a head mic and earpieces. As he turned, I swear he looked at me. At me! And I shook Conrad's arm to see if he noticed. I'm sure I didn't jump much. It's hard to decide who's better looking, Sterling or Tomas. Sterling with his white hair and mesh tank and skin-tight leather pants and all the tattoos, or clean-cut Tomas with his brown hair and sense of style, and who has the voice of heaven itself. One minute I think Sterling is better looking, the next I know it's Tomas. Blue eyes or gray eyes. For a moment, Sterling looked our way, and I swear he gave me a chin lift. Well, maybe not me. There are other people around. But when I looked again, he was walking off the stage. I wonder where the backup singers are. Depending on the setup, Tomas said that they sometimes are on stage, sometimes off. Sometimes they are split, some on, some off. Light tests, sound tests. Kelly grabbed my hand. Can you believe this? The arena dimmed and the warm-up band played, the music started, and the first set began. Rhythmic, loud, wild. The crowd was on its feet. Everyone screamed, danced, surged forward. Then an instrumental while Sterling headed off stage and changed to a different costume. Another set, a little slower, but just as intense. I sing with every song. In this crowd no one can hear me, and we reach intermission. This is even better than the other night. Sitting so close to the stage has let me count every tattoo visible on Sterling's body. The numbers on his neck are obvious because we are so close, and I remind myself to look up Psalm 234. The band came back on stage and played the instrumental version of White Silk Lover. Kelly shrieked, "It's your song!" Conrad told the others about last night, and everybody wanted to know about Tomas. The lights dimmed again, the music started, and Sterling took the stage. White Silk Lovers for real this time, extended version, and he was a demon as he danced across the stage. I squealed. For a moment, the curtain fluttered, and I got a glimpse of the backup singers. I don't think Tomas was one of them, but it was only a glimpse, I can't be sure. Then we get to the final set. Sterling was sweating. Someone brought him a water, which he drained in one gulp and tossed the water bottle into the audience. Somebody will have a one-of-a-kind souvenir. The band started up again, but Sterling didn't move. Just a minute. We've got something to take care of first. The band played a second more, then stopped. Somebody ran out to Sterling, whispered something. Sterling said, "This is more important." Another whispered conversation. "We have something to celebrate," Sterling shouted to the audience. "Scream if you want to hear something incredible." The whole arena exploded. I'm deafened. Kelly covered her ears, and so does everyone else. Sterling gave a strange nod my way and smiled. My way? I looked around. My way? He actually noticed me? Kelly looked at me. Conrad stared at me. So did everybody around us. Sterling Locke noticed me. Someone who is way above me on any social ladder noticed me. I'm hyperventilating again. Maybe there's a little bit of panic as well. Okay, a lot of panic. Sterling gestured, and the crowd quieted down. It's not often someone earns my respect, but someone here did. The crowd went wild, and we covered our ears. Again. Conrad tried to yell something to Kelly, but she couldn't hear him. Sterling gestured again, and the arena hushed. This man did the incredible. He heard my music and started dancing. Nothing unusual there. But in the process, he lost 120 pounds. Coby, stand up and give us a wave. Before I knew it, Kelly and Conrad pushed me up. I waved. The whole arena shouted and screamed. I didn't know what to do, so I laughed. The crowd settled down and I took my seat, smiling, embarrassed, giggling. My friend told me which song started your journey. Maybe some of you remember it. It's called Whisper, and I haven't sung it in a long time. But I figured, let's give it a go, Sterling said, and looked back at his band. Let's see if Lindsay, Javier, and Sam can keep up with me. No backup singers, a simple beat with a few chords, and Sterling did what he hadn't done in years. Sterling unplugged. He sung practically a cappella. I don't know whose voice is better like this, Sterling's or Tomas. It rang through the arena with a clarity and mournfulness that I remembered from the download. If anyone thought that Sterling had to use some fancy voice instrument to carry a tune, this performance proved them wrong. When he got to the final stanza, he sang the classic Sterling riff, and he extended it for nearly a minute. It got a standing ovation. He sounded like Tomas. Sterling bowed as he finished. Good work, Coby. Now we have a concert to finish. Sterling winked at me. I didn't scream. I didn't squeal. I cried.